that, like, mental things is scary.
Even though a quote came out of that,
it wouldn't have been such an iconic quote if you would have just stuck to mental things are scary. But you had to change the word to is, which sort of made a mockery of it. That's why it's held against you. Hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So I'm out and about again. I'm in a cold location again, visiting what I hope to be the last college for my son. I'm in a car right now. I don't have very great equipment for filming on the go, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work, if this is going to work well or not. But I really did want to react to this video. I've already seen it, and it's pretty dark. But of course, you know, I do have things to say. So without further ado, let's get started.
I have had some people ask, hello. So I wasn't really gonna vlog today, but I do have something like on my mind that I kind of just wanted to answer, because I have had some people ask me, why don't I go to like Mexico to get weight loss surgery? It's drastically cheaper. You know, you don't have to go through all these requirements, etc.
Right. You sure don't have to go through the requirements, but that doesn't mean you can, you know, you can still do therapy at home. So I've known people that went through Mexico, and it was great for them. Personally, I wouldn't do it. So I guess maybe surgery in Mexico is maybe around $4 or $5 grand, you know, and then you have to travel there and such. But here in Florida, you could get a doctor cash for $10,400. Dr. Wisman in South Florida, if you want to Google him. That's not my surgeon, but I know people who went through him. So for $10,400, you're in the United States, you're in Florida, which is beautiful. And, you know, they also provide the follow-up. So it's all inclusive. No, if you're cash pay, they don't require a psych eval, but that doesn't mean you can't get it on your own. You know, you can go through therapy on your own.
etc. And the answer is pretty easy, especially now. I am following someone's journey on here on YouTube who went to Mexico to get their surgery done, and there was like not many requirements, like no therapy, nothing, and now they're struggling with like being afraid of food.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's on the person. Like I said, if you know that you need therapy, get therapy. You should even be looking around for a psychologist that has had weight loss surgery. That would be her best bet. But it's almost like she's not an adult and she needs to be told what to do. I mean, this is what drives me nuts about her.
Because they didn't have like the requirements of therapy beforehand, which now that I've started therapy and I've talked more to my psychologist, like the one who recommended therapy, that I do it, now that I understand more of the reasoning behind it, it makes sense, because I don't want to get my surgery and be afraid of food. And it just seems so unhealthy to me when getting weight loss surgery is supposed to be like a pivotal moment in your life that is healthy and good thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I hate to be the one to tell her. It is possible that she does have a nice fear of food afterwards because it hurts, okay? It isn't roses. It isn't springtime and roses when you've gotten weight loss surgery. It's sometimes pretty miserable, okay? You only need to do that because otherwise you're going to die, or, you know, you have another underlying health reason, all right? It's miserable. But what she really needs the therapist for, in my opinion, is to, you know, learn new coping mechanisms, since food's not going to be a thing for her anymore. It just isn't.
Things will be coming from that. You literally just go to Mexico, and I know you do like a little bit of lab work and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Like, therapy isn't required. To work on your past trauma isn't required. To work on your food issues isn't required. And
you can still do it on your own.
And I just find that to be strange, and I don't exactly agree with that, because
most of us are adults.
The reason why we need weight loss surgery to begin with is because we have problems with food.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into surgery or get out of surgery and be afraid of food. That sounds scary to me.
Well, it might happen regardless, like I said, because of the whole, like, the retching pain, throwing up, getting sick. It's the risk she needs to take. So no matter how much therapy she has now, so the therapy you have now to prepare yourself, I think, is to make sure that you really do want to go through the surgery. They need to tell you all the bad stuff that's going to happen. All right. And how she's not going to be able to use food to cope with her past trauma, which really at this point she should figure out a way to let go. So yeah.
It sounds like setting yourself up for failure type style. And I definitely don't want to put myself in that position. I feel like getting it here in the U.S.
You could have all the therapy in the world and still fail this. That's just what it is. You have to more make a decision. So if you're so hell-bent on getting people to tell you what to do, she isn't ready for the surgery then, because she really needs to take this on her own, and she can't blame anybody else. She needs to do what she needs to do to prepare for surgery, realize she's an adult now, there's going to be nobody holding her hand, and just do it.
I say, unfortunately, the process is longer. It is more expensive, but that process is going to make you be successful.
No.
And I don't know, I've just gotten so many questions.
That's where she's wrong. You have to make yourself more successful, honey. You have to make the decision. You have to do all the things, okay? And be prepared, because after, it's not a cakewalk. It's you who has to do it. You cannot put it in the hands of a therapist. Put it in the hands, your surgeon has to do the surgery, right? But afterwards, it's all you.
People asking about that, and I could talk a lot more about this. I could be very long-winded in this subject, because I feel like going to Mexico for someone who is like a food addict is probably a bad idea.
We're all food addicts. People who get surgery, I actually don't know of any person who went for the surgery just for the hell of it, okay? We're all food addicts, okay? The successful ones make the decision. And if they have a hard time, they continue with therapy and talk it out.
Yeah, because of the lack of requirement.
So it's not just because it's more money and it's a longer process does not make it better. Maybe it make it better for you because you can really decide. Although, again, this isn't going to be much of a decision for her, because she's, not going to live much longer. I'm sorry if she doesn't get it. But personally, me, if something went wrong, just me now, I'd rather be in the United States. I would definitely rather be in Florida. Hello. But, I personally wouldn't go to Mexico. I would spend a little bit more money and just, be by the beach.
Experiments and help that you need to put into yourself before you get the surgery. Like, I understand that sometimes, you have to do what works best for you. And since it is cheaper in Mexico, I understand why people choose that. But I just don't think that it's good, because the more I learn about weight loss surgery and the things required to get it here in the USA, like, it makes sense. It adds up. I truly feel like after weight loss surgery, if you're afraid of food, if you're opening a snack cabinet and you're feeling fearful that you're going to...
It's a fear. You have to feel the feeling and let it go. The food is not going to come out and attack you with a knife, It's not going to do that. By the way, speaking of attacking with a knife, I saw that movie Megan she was talking about a few months ago. I saw it on the airplane. Holy crap, was that scary. So thinking about, inanimate objects killing you, Megan.
Eat that food, or you're afraid for when you're allowed to have that food, then you didn't put enough work in yourself before surgery.
Yeah, okay.
And that is why I'm going to therapy now.
Great.
And that is why I'm getting this shit figured out now, because I don't want to be put in that position. Mm-hmm. I know after surgery it's going to be really hard. Therapy is still going to be needed. That is so freaking important. It's not even funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's like for me and how I feel, getting weight loss surgery in Mexico is like throwing someone who's never been around lions and tigers into a cage with them.
She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
But then doing it with the...
and I honestly, I don't believe the person that she follows did no pre-work. I just don't believe that. I don't know who she's talking about, but I don't believe it.
Requirements to therapy beforehand is like you actually become a trainer for those tigers and those lions. So I don't know. That's the best way to
You don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I would not get
fine.
weight loss surgery in Mexico.
Okay, good.
But I'm not like knocking anyone who has done it, because obviously.
Not only that, she can't get to Mexico. Florida, she could get to. She can't get to Mexico. Then she'd have to like hop a plane and
There's successful stories, but I just know that this feels more safe and more healthy, and the right way for me to do it.
I would feel safer in the United States
with all set requirements done. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna take those out because they just died. The little sound.
I got mine on today.
I need to charge them.
I like both.
I have a little bit of a Amazon haul. So let's get into it. First things first. Okay, actually, before I haul any of this stuff, I know some people wonder, like, why do you do Amazon? Why don't you just like go to the store? My girlfriend is working majority of the day. I could take an Uber, have taken a couple in the past.
Like the rest of us, Amberlynn. It's like, oh my God, she's working. What do you think the rest of us do? Let me think. We go on the weekends or we go in the evenings? Rocket science.
But the Uber to even get to the
sorcery
store, $20-$30. So it's like,
no, I don't blame her. I'm sure it's
literally
expensive.
Paying way more than I do for just like Amazon Prime. So I save money doing it this way.
Okay.
And I have no problem, you know, getting it on Amazon. Anyways, it's just like a little sprayer for your hair. There is a little hairstyle I want to do where it says like, make sure it's like damp, let's spray it with some water. And I didn't have anything like that, so needed it. Next thing is I got some of this, they're insertable plastic dividers, and they're like lace looking. They're so cute. They're actually all different. So sometimes I catch myself repeating myself, and it's mainly because I know not every single person who watches my videos watches every single one of my videos. So that's why I will add like little clips from the past, even if it's just from last video. I actually just a few days ago,
she's just trying to fill time.
Started a class online, or a course, a course, same thing. And it has been a lot of fun so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I have been doing a lot of writing for it, and I'm just following the instructions that they say. You know, loose leaf paper, which I already had a ton of, but I didn't have certain things that I also needed, like dividers. So next bag, I got some maxi dresses. So here is a gray one.
I don't like that shade of gray, personally.
Literally just gray. And then I actually got a like snake bite one. Snake bite. Okay. I used to have snake bites. If you can see the dots, the holes next to my lips.
Nice.
I meant to say snake skin.
That's fine. We know.
This is cute.
Not a fan of animal prints, personally.
Fit, which I'm sure they will, because I've gotten these in the past. Just different colors and stuff, and they do fit. So next box. So this is a binder. It's also what I needed for class. So just put my little dividers in.
She loves her paper.
Last but not least, I do notice that something is missing. I got 3 maxi dresses and I only have 2. So last but not least, I got some gel pens.
Wow.
So
120.
120 of them.
Moly.
Unique colors. So I am a little disappointed because the binder is broke right here.
I'd send it back.
It's not too bad, but
no, send it back.
Little
I wonder what the dividers
tabs or whatever you want to call them.
So back in the day, we used to use dividers to like separate different things, like subjects. I wonder what she needed them for.
Look how pretty they are. I love them. So nice. I was adding all of my paper and the stuff.
Oh, you know, there's one thing written out.
Stuff. And I realized
Yeah, she needs to return
It's also
that.
broke.
That's
pretty bad right here.
not only that, that's probably like maybe a $10 or a $15 binder. That just angers me.
This is unfortunate, but it's okay.
No,
It's
return
okay.
it.
So I think this is like the first binder I've ever bought off of Amazon, and it's a bad experience. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be doing that again. So
Yeah, no, she's an idiot because you can return it. They're awesome with their returns, right? It'd be a thing for her to do because they could drive up to a Kohl's. Well, even you can pay and they'll come pick it up at your house. That's why you keep some of the packaging from Amazon, so you can just pop it back in, and it's really easy to return stuff.
this was sent to me by a subscriber.
Nice.
If you guys remember that P.O. Box unboxing.
Pretty.
And I actually got the gel pens
That's
specifically to color. So I'm going to do the A first. They do all have like, you know, D for Daisy, I for Iris. I'm not going to follow that. I'm just going to color it the color that I want to, instead of like,
Who cares?
coloring it the color of a tulip or the color of a lilac. I'm not going to do that. So, oh, there's 2 A's. Does that mean there's 2 B's? Oh, there's 2 of each. Oh my God, wait, maybe Feline can color too.
Maybe. But wait a second. Feline's actually busy working, earning money, you know, the fun stuff, the adult stuff. I mean, if you have time to color, God bless you. But I don't know, guys. I just can't fit it into my day. And the 120 pens would drive me crazy because where do you keep them?
Alrighty, so I finished.
Okay,
I wanted
that's
to do
pretty.
this one like super colorful,
Great.
no theme. I mainly just wanted to see
you did
how
the thing. Great.
the different gel pens worked. Because some
pretty.
are glittery, some are metallic, some are not. So that's how it looks.
Nice.
And then I noticed in the gel pens, there's these
Variegated.
ones that like are several different colors.
My favorite color,
So I'm gonna
variegated.
leave them out because I usually just base it upon the color of the cap. So I don't want to get confused when I'm coloring and think that I'm picking up a yellow, but it's actually like pink.
No, oh my God. Okay, now
I'm just getting ready for...
here, I want to be nice. So I don't know that I can explain this, but I have a lot of experience. Now, I've not had a panic attack, so that's different, but I definitely have really bad anxiety. And I also deal with people in my family that have really scary depression, okay? And then just sort of recently, I was in the midst of this. It's no joke. And I don't mean to make this a joke, but, you know, she talks about, in the first section of this video, she talked about needing to be forced to like go to therapy, but I'm going to say some things afterwards that I wish she would have said.
I wanted to vlog more tonight, but I didn't. I suffer with pretty bad panic attacks, and tonight I had one. You can tell.
I could feel it. Yeah.
My eyes are swollen.
No,
I'm like super red.
Look, I truly believe this, but what gets me, let's just watch and then I'll say it.
So, yeah, that happened and it ruined my night, obviously. So, like, I was just gonna like end the video and be like, you know, something happened, so blah, 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 but
We'd have all
my goal
speculated.
is to be more transparent
Okay.
and vulnerable, and I had a panic attack. Nothing caused it. It literally just like came out of nowhere. I think that's the worst one I've had in a very...
Yeah, it's something with her brain chemistry. It's not like an external factor or anything, but she needs to talk to her psychiatrist and say, listen, I'm still getting panic attacks. What can we do?
long time. So just to open up a little bit more, trigger warning, panic attack symptoms. Mine usually consist of massive hyperventilating. That is like the main big one for me. But this one, which, you know, this used to happen back when I was like 18, 19, when my panic attacks first started. Like, my body does not know how to react, and my jaw, like, it doesn't lock up, but it clenches so bad that I just can't even move my mouth, and I'm like hyperventilating and drooling. This is really hard for me to talk about, to be honest.
I get it.
Especially because I just feel so worn down by it. But I feel like more awareness needs to happen when it comes to like panic attacks and anxiety and stuff. I've tried to open up about it.
What is that awareness by her, though? So, okay, I'm aware. I mean, I get it. And I don't like it when people use mental illnesses against people. Absolutely, all day. But I hate when people are like, oh, awareness. Well, what does that mean? I don't know. Okay, I'm aware. Like, oh gosh, don't come for me. Well, come for me. Go ahead. Like breast cancer awareness. At this point, who's not aware of breast cancer? You know, I don't know. Unless it's like directly helping people with breast cancer, I hate the whole awareness campaigns.
In the past, and I still remember
But I think March was Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month.
Quotable moment that people still quote me by.
Like, not being able to control, like, depression. It's like all those things, like not being able to control your mind sometimes, or your emotions or anything.
Yeah, I'm in my car too. Yay.
It's one of the most scariest things in the world. I feel like I need to actually share this because I need people to know that, like, mental things is scary. Like,
even though a quote came out of that,
it wouldn't have been such an iconic quote if you would have just stuck to mental things are scary. But you had to change the word to is, which sort of made a mockery of it. That's why it's held against you.
My anxiety is very real. And
no, of course.
My anxiety / panic attacks are very real and scary. And I think what is the craziest is like everything could be going right. And anxiety just decides to...
Yes. Rear its ugly head.
So yeah, there's no comment of the day. There's no being interviewed by you.
That's fine.
There's no P.O. box.
Even better.
There's none of that in this one. I know I'll wake up and I'll feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, now that the attack is gone, I already feel better, obviously, but it's like that what's the word? Residual?
Yeah.
Aftermath effects. Yeah. So, yeah. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay. If you feel your mental health getting a little...
So what I wish she would have said is, and tomorrow I'm going to call my psychiatrist and talk to her and see if we can change up a dosage of medicine, or if I can have a telehealth visit with her, explain the panic attacks, because nobody should be forced to live with that kind of thing happening. There are medications, you can work with people. Nothing's perfect, but if she finds that she's starting to get panic attacks more and more, she needs to nip that as much as possible. And then now she's going to go more into like the S word ideation, which is very important. So, because that's kind of where I'm living right now. I mean, you know, whatever. Not for myself, but it's not a fun thing, okay? It's not fun. It's scary. But that in panic attacks and anxiety are two different things. The S word ideation is a beast unto itself. It can be caused by depression. Sometimes the depression meds cause it. It's caused by a lot of things, okay? But so when you want to bring awareness to things, I think unless she just felt like she just needed to add something to the end, but otherwise I don't think what she added fit.
Somebody, please talk to somebody.
Yes.
I don't know if this might be triggered by my first therapy appointment. I don't know.
Why don't you call your psych?
Already talk about your
psychiatrist.
Some hard-hitting stuff. So maybe, I don't know. But regardless, I'll be okay. My head just like really hurts I need to drink some water. I feel a little dehydrated.
Yeah. Drink water. Always
But
good.
I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed what this video is worth, I guess. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, this is good. I'm glad she's feeling better. Yep, there is help. See, that's the national S-word ideation. And obviously you're loved and wanted. I don't care who you are, you are. But anyways, that's all I really have, you know, for you today. Like I said, the main reason why I make these videos is to try to correct some of the garbage she talks about. I don't know if I did that. I really hope I did. You know, mental health is super important, but she makes it a mockery when she does things like, mental health is hard. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and commenting. Hopefully I will be home tomorrow and back to my old normal life. So, and I don't ever want to take another college trip again. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.